Good morning, YouTube. Today I have a frame walkthrough, and I'm bringing y'all with me, man. So you got no choice but to ride with me. Let's do it. So we're just now leaving the house. Oh, calm down, bro. We're actually an hour away from this thing, so I'm leaving 15 minutes early from when I was supposed to leave, just to make sure I get there on time. Plus, I need to get some food because your boy is hungry, man. So, take a ride with me. Let's talk. Let's do what we do. I mainly want to discuss why I'm even going to the frame walkthrough, man. You know what I mean? This is a new build. It's a frame walkthrough. I lost you. It's a new build and a frame walkthrough. So, technically, I don't have to go, but I usually go anyway. I'm trying to get myself straight, man. I'm trying to get it in here. So I just go just to, have peace of mind that my client is being taken care of. I want them to know that I care. As I almost run over a trash can. But as a client, you want to be able to have a realtor that's there, checking out for your best interest. That's the whole purpose of a realtor. And man, I try to take it to the 10th extreme because one, this client of mine is actually a daughter of my friend. Okay, well, she's a friend as well, but it's my friend's daughter, and they're relying on me to make sure she's making the best choice. She's getting the home of her dreams, all of that good stuff. So I'm driving out for the Phoenix folks that are out here in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm driving out to Maricopa, and I live near Westgate. Let's just think about that. Let's think about that. This is probably why I'm sitting here talking to a camera and there's nobody in the car. You know what I mean? This is what we do, is talk to cameras when there's nobody here to talk to. I like talking to, the camera. It makes me feel great and important. But mainly, I get to, say anything I want, and I get no back talk. But, yep, ride with me, baby. Love y'all. All right. So we just pulled up. Sorry for the AC being on extremely high. It is 100 plus degrees out here right now. But look. Okay, we didn't just pull up, man. I already did the whole walkthrough already. But because my client is here, I don't put my clients in the videos, and I try not to put the inspectors in the video. So let me see. Yeah, he's gone. So we're gonna go ahead and walk in here right now. All right, let's get out. So let me show you this house. When you do the frame walkthrough, it doesn't have the drywall on it. It doesn't have any of the cabinets and things like that because the drywall isn't up. So I want to show you what the frame walkthrough is, and again, why it's important. All right, so you can see you have the scaffolding. The roof isn't done. That's not really part of the frame walkthrough. They can explain it to you, but that's not the most important part. The most important part is they have the outside wrapped. All right, they already have that wrapped. And then you want to go ahead and walk inside. And then now this is what you want to see. No drywall, because you need to see what the bones look like. All right. Bones meaning the frame, the wood, the screws, the electrical, the piping, the water, everything. So they're going to give you all of that. So this is why I come, because sometimes you have issues. This one, like I said, I've already been through the walkthrough. This one didn't have any issues. Okay, this one didn't have any issues as for twisted boards, broken boards, things like that. So I didn't go through and just eat them up, talking about fix this, fix that. Usually you want to go in here and make sure the electrical outlets are in the correct places. The doors are in the right places. So for this one, you have, like, you're walking in. This is a closet. You can't really tell for the majority of the things, but if you're the homeowner and this is the home that you picked, you know you're going to be sitting here walking right in. This is walking from the garage. Now you're walking into the laundry room. Okay, so you need to have the hookups. You need to have the vent. That's the item that you want to make sure is actually set in there correctly. This now is like your internet, cable, all of those hookups. Make sure all of that stuff is correct. This is also a time too. This is something that I did. I wanted to look at, if I can get the dang camera right, I wanted to look at spaces that I can, put a gun safe or maybe put a money safe or something like that. So what I did was, and I was looking in places like big open areas like this. Okay, there was no wiring, literally all the way down from the bottom to the top. So when you come to move in, it'll actually be framed in. It'll be framed in already with the drywall and painted. Everything will be put up there. But because I already have that mental idea of where I wanted to put it, I have a picture. You always take a picture, you make sure you have a picture of it. But I have a picture and an idea of where I'm gonna put my safe. So now all I have to do is punch out a little hole in the wall, and then what's gonna happen is I'm gonna screw the safe into this part and this part. But and this isn't my home, so you don't have to do it. She doesn't have to do it. He doesn't have to do it. They don't have to do it. Whoever. Okay. I'm just talking about just pre-thinking these ideas. All right. So one of the good things, let's walk around real quick, is for this one, there were no issues. I actually found 0 issues, and we'll walk around the same way he did. All right. So let's come on over here, going into the bedroom. So you could see through, this is the living room through that wall, but this is the master room. And some of the things that are pointed out are the outlets. You have multiple outlets everywhere. This is very important, this outlet. Most people are going to try to hang a TV possibly up here. Now, doing the walkthrough, you need to remember there's pipes. This is actually for the shower. So if you go to hang a TV up here and you think, oh, I remember this board was here, and you start screwing into this bad boy, you're going to do that and you're going to end up damaging something. Okay, even if you screw into another part that's here, you're going to damage something. So very important. You can screw into even here and watch. You can screw in too far because they're going to have some big old lag bolts, and it's going to screw in and it's going to actually catch this water line. Now you're going to end up with a leak. So it's very, very important to do the walkthrough, because you need to know where these things are. This isn't usually something that you would know right off the bat, but they're going to explain it to you. Me being a realtor, I come because you have so much emotional attachment to the home that it makes it really hard for you to focus on those items. And they have so much explaining. I'm talking about the inspector or the superintendent. They have so many things to explain that they don't have time to be sitting here for 6-7 hours explaining things to you, or for you to be looking at every single board. But what I do as a realtor for my clients is I make sure I focus on those things, also while somewhat ear hustling and listening to what's being said to make sure everything is accurate and true. So we now have the shower. All right, that's the shower pan, so it's framed out, and then the restroom area is here. So they explain that to you, but then they also explain, because you need to know your sink heights. You should already know it. This one, it was a spec home. So this home was already pre-planned. They did all of that good stuff. We just came in and said, hey, we want it, because the closing time was perfect, worked out really good, so we bought it. But these are certain height. I think it's 32 inches or something like that, counter height, but it is raised up counter heights. All right. And then you have this big old, let's look at this, hold on. This big old thing right here, also known as a closet, man. Very important to know that there's some piping right here. So if you come in here, you're not gonna be drilling up in there. They do kind of push it back. As you can see, it's pushed back slightly. But as a homeowner, we don't know all of this stuff, so we're gonna be drilling into crazy crap all the time. Again, right here, you have your pipes for the soft water run, and then you have your pipe for the this is actually the gas pipe. I just touched this metal. It's the gas pipe for your water heater. All right, so you need to know that those are there, so you're not drilling into this bad boy or shooting nails through there. But this is your closet, so you shouldn't be shooting too many nails in there unless you're redoing the whole thing. But good things to look for is you just want to make sure, look at the boards. So this one is really, really nice. You want to make sure they're not cracked. Even though that does have, like, say, let's look at this piece right here. It does have that little rotting. That's a real solid board, okay? Don't get so hooked on the way the board looks, because they're not pretty boards. I don't know if they make pretty boards to build houses, but don't get hooked on the look of the boards, because that'll get you to the point where you start getting scared. Actually, here's a good one right here. Hold on. So you can see here, there's actually 2 of these 2x4s sandwiching another 2x4 that's split in half. Okay, so some people get a little nervous. So there's the 2x4, the 2x4, and then you have one that's sandwiched in between. This right here is just a little corner piece, and that's how they have to do it. Plus, you could see that there's some wiring that's coming down through there. So don't get all upset because, oh my God, there's a notch in here. Like, how is that wood gonna even work? Because there's a notch. That's just how the wood comes. Okay, whenever it grows, they cut it, and there's always different kinds of notching within wood. So you'll see that sometimes. Even discoloration. You can see some of the discoloration right here. That's fine. That's the aging of the wood. That's some of the sap, some of the hard knots in there. It's just part of a tree's growth, really. Doesn't make it any less when it comes to strength. Hold on, let me see if I can get this in there. So still strong, all right? Those are things that I do look for though, but in this one, it was really good. They took their time. We're going into the den right now. They took their time and really made sure they had some good boards in here. They're not really twisted. They're not warped. They're not broken. I've been in some where some are broken, like really, really, really bad. And then all they do is just sandwich it between, well, not even sandwich it. They put another one right next to it. If you sandwiched it, I would feel really comfortable, but they don't sandwich these things, man. They just literally leave it. So one cool thing that they did say, let me show you this. Still in the den, okay? And the den is not gonna have a closet, but, and I'll show you in the other ones, if you actually add a closet, so you can see in that other room, there's a wall and it goes up. So that being done here, bring it out, boom, boom. Or you can do it the opposite way. Just bring it out and then do a smaller one. And then just frame this in, okay? Because a den doesn't always have to have a door. You can put a door here, do whatever you want, French doors, but it has headers already. They probably do some different ones for a door, but that's fine as is. But you can just frame this in, put a door up in there, and boom, you got another room. With this inspector, man, super cool guy. What he did was he gave my client a lot of ideas. I would have gave her these ideas, well, some of them, not all of them, because I didn't have all of those. But he's been in the business for a while. He was actually a realtor as well, and now he's moving on to this. But gave her some good ideas, and then I'll give you something right at the end, a little gem. So they always leave the water in there, okay? The water is left in there because you need to check now to see if there's any leaks in the tubs. If there's a leak in the tub, then what they're gonna do is replace the tub or fix it or do whatever. They probably replace it. I just want to say the best case scenario is replace it, okay? But they have to leave the water in there so it looks nasty, yucky, all of that good stuff. But it's needed. It is needed, man. So let's check it out. All right. So now, boom. There's a closet, okay? The closet goes all the way around. It comes back down. So you would literally do the same thing in that den that you do here. And then there's another bedroom, but I'm not gonna walk in there. But this is the things that you do in the frame walkthrough. Give good ideas to your clients or the potential client, future client, whatever, and kind of let them go from there, because this is their home, this is their dream come true, this is their money. So you want to make sure you're providing them with the best information possible and allowing them to enjoy what they're doing, while you, the realtor, actually take the time to look around and make sure everything is done correctly. You know, pipes, insulation, roofing, everything, anything that's you know, something that you see repetitively within the other homes that you sell is something that you really need to make sure that you keep an eye on for your client, because they're in an emotional state of being excited and trying to figure out what the heck this guy, the superintendent or woman is talking about. So let's go ahead and look at this kitchen. Actually have it set up for an island, okay? So there's a pantry here. Your fridge is gonna go right next to it. So they explain where the fridge is gonna go. They actually have dimensions for it. I wouldn't make sure to measure now because it's really gonna change. You got drywall and different stuff, overhang counter that's gonna come in. But make sure that your refrigerator line is hooked up. If you have a refrigerator line, make sure your plug is done correctly, because the plug for the refrigerator is a little bit different than all of the other ones. All right. So they have everything here. This is for the stove. Make sure that's in there. If you have a gas stove, you would want to make sure your gas pipe is literally in. Otherwise, you're not going to have your gas stove because you don't have anything sitting there. All right, your sink. So this sink is actually positioned right next to the window. It's not really looking at anything, but that's okay. That's what the home is set for. And then there was a good idea that was given to us is if you want to put a doggy door, they offer, all right, not every place, but this guy is going to offer to put a board here, all right? So we actually have it marked off. And you can see there, boom. He has it marked off to say this is the in-between board that we're going to actually put the doggy door. And because there's a water line here, we can have the doggy door here, and then we'll go outside too in a second and fence it off, and the doggy can go right out, be able to get water, and it'll be fenced off right at this edge over here. But again, back to the inspection portion, you want to make sure the insulation is placed in up here. So this insulation usually placed all around the door or the framing, the jail, whatever you have to do. This is another item that's very important. If you do not do this right here, This is for your outlets. And this is in the living room, not in the, and this is the master room, but this is in the living room. But if you do not set up the home in advance to have this tubing so that your TV can be hung, then you want to have that done now. So something awesome again, like I just said, like he was doing over there with the 2x4, the 2x6 is actually not 2x6, 2x4. He's gonna put a 2x6 here, okay? So it's gonna run 2x6 all along here so that when you hang up your TV has something to hang on right here, okay? So it's not trying to just catch on to these little 2x4s. It's gonna catch on to the 2x6, all right? So something cool that they're gonna offer. I can't say that every builder is gonna do that, but just something to look at. All right, let's head outside real quick. It's super hot, but this should be open up here. So don't panic when it's open. Again, you're just checking it, make sure the boards are good. This is outside. As long as the boards are structurally doing what they're supposed to do, yeah, you're good. This backyard is probably one of the biggest backyards I've sold so far. Not the biggest house, but largest backyard. Let me tell you, if you're not ready for landscaping, you're gonna spend a good $30,000 to $80,000. And the reason why I do a wide range is because I don't know who's gonna do a pool and who's not. But a cool thing with this one was, just like I was saying, now you have, all right, there's a water spigot right here. The water spigot and the doggy door will actually come right out. So you could fence it off from here, fence it off all the way to the wall for your doggy run over here, and then your dogs won't run away. Something cool that was gonna happen for this house is right here, the fence line already goes out this way because it's actually, it's connected to the main street. Well, not the main street, but it's connected to the street. So because it's connected to the street, it has to go a certain distance. Typically what's gonna happen is they're gonna put the wall like right here, like right after this spigot, or matter of fact, right before the spigot, if there's already a spigot back here. But they asked, how do you want to have your house walled off? And what's going to happen is it's going to be walled off way up there, just to give more backyard space, give something for the dog run. And then let's go around to the other side. There's an RV gate. And then we got to get in the car, man, because it's hot. And I'm literally sweating like crazy. So over here, you're gonna have your AC unit, and there's another water spigot that's over there. Let's go back there actually. That's the reason why they can wall off that area. I know some of you guys are gonna say, well, you have to have something in the backyard. Yeah, we got one in the backyard, man. So it's gonna be walled off here, but this is the RV gate area. All right, and then let's jump in the car. Man, it's hot. All right, so hopefully that helps you a little bit in understanding what realtors do. Not all realtors have to go above and beyond. Technically, you don't have to go to the frame walkthrough. Again, I go through the frame walkthroughs because it's not an emotional attachment for me, but it's an emotional moment for my client, and I want to be there to support them at all times. If they ask me to go, I definitely go. I'll offer my services. I'll let them know, hey, I will go if you want me to. Some people say no, and that's fine. It's nothing against me. It's not saying you're a bad realtor or anything like that. It's really just saying, no, I don't need you to go. I can go. I understand, it's going to be a little bit much out of your way. Maybe it's something you don't need to do. I'm comfortable going on my own. So I go to almost every single home walkthrough. I think there's probably been one that I didn't go to, and that's just because the client didn't need me to go. But I've driven an hour and a half away for some of my clients just because that's what they needed. And I went over there, went through the frame walkthrough. This is before COVID, probably had lunch or something like that. So right now I don't have a mask on because there's nobody in the dang house. There's nobody around me. But trust and believe, I got plenty mask. I got them all day. And I even have extra ones for my clients. I got hand sanitizer for clients, everything, gloves. But man, I hope you guys are staying safe. This should help you with your journey. You're going to make a huge impact on your clients. Your clients are going to love you, remember you for a very long time, and definitely come back to you when it comes time to purchase a new one or to sell this one. So I love you guys, man. Continue to watch. If you made it this far, put Shamrock in the bottom, and then give me a comment, man. If there's something that I missed, give me a comment. But I did want to give you a gem. So this is the gem that this guy gave to me and my client. So he is a realtor and an inspector. He's done a lot of other things. Well, not inspector, superintendent for the build, but he's done a lot of things. But one of the things he said is, for the new builds, they're going to come back in a year and fix things. Okay, so if they're going to fix things in 1 year, 12 months, okay, for some of you guys who go by months, in 12 months, he's going to come back, whoever, they come back to make sure everything is safe and sound. The cracks, the house settling, whatever is supposed to happen to the home has happened, and then do the few repairs that they're going to do one last time before they walk away or walk out of your life, basically. So at that point, 11 months in, pay for a home inspector, have the home inspector come through your home, do an inspection, so that when the 12 months hit and they ask, hey, what items are wrong, boom, you hit them with it, man. Hopefully that helps you guys. Hopefully that helps a couple of your clients. I know it dang helped me. I'm not at the 11 month mark at my home, but I already had an inspection, but I'll get another one when 11 months hits. So I love you guys, man. Peace out.